Hello and welcome in to Draft Room from NFL Fan Blitz. I'm your host Matt Sparks from Arrowhead First, and this is episode 3 of season 2 of Draft Room. And what you're about to see is our first ever repeat episode. And we didn't actually intend for this to happen. The episode you're about to see is a rerun from season 1 featuring running back DeAndre Torrey out of the University of North Texas. So what happened with DeAndre Torrey is he really considered entering the NFL draft last year. And so we had him on the show, talked about his plans, talked about what he was doing to prepare for the draft, and then last second, he used the COVID-19 option to opt back into the 2020 season for UNT. And it's a pretty good thing that he did because he had a good season. He was coming off a down year in 2019, but in 2020, DeAndre Torrey played 9 games, and he had 113 rushing attempts for 656 yards, which amounts to 5.8 yards per carry. That's pretty good. Over the season, he had 6 total touchdowns. So, DeAndre Torrey really stepped up his game and probably improved his potential draft stock by staying around for 2020. So, without further ado, we are happy to present to you this rerun episode from season 1, DeAndre Torrey, University of North Texas running back. Enjoy.
DeAndre Torrey. I'm from Moss Point, Mississippi, but I went to high school at Goshen High School. I went to Mississippi Gulf Coast straight out of high school. Then I went to UNT after my freshman year. In high school, I played baseball, I played basketball, and I was pretty good at both of them, but I just had the most passion for football, and it was the longest line of sports for me.
Baseball, that's pretty telling. What position did you play in baseball?
I played center.
Oh, I gotcha. All right. So, pretty athletic, able to get around the diamond, right?
Yeah.
Were you a big hitter?
I was a leadoff hitter. I didn't start really becoming a big hitter until my senior year, but I was pretty good at getting on base. Yes, I played slot, I played safety, I played running back, and when I first started playing football, I actually played quarterback.
What specifically makes you a good team player?
I'm just willing to do whatever my coach or my team needs. I mean, I know, like, as a running back, like, I'm looking to run the ball well, but I know it's a lot more that comes to that, so I'm willing to block, and I'm willing to catch passes out of the backfield and do anything that we need.
So an all-around back. And I'm looking, I seen you had a very stellar year in 2018. You had 900 rush yards, over 900 rush yards, over 200 receiving yards, and 17 total touchdowns. That's quite a season.
Yes, sir.
So just run us through a little bit about that season if you can.
Yeah, the season started off slow. I wasn't playing much in the beginning. I was just kind of role playing, and then I finally got a chance to actually show what I can do. And after about game 5, it just took off from there, and I was carrying the load for the rest of the season.
And the double spin move, was that season?
Yeah, it was.
Is there anything special you've been doing to prepare for the NFL?
I've just been trying to get my weight up a little bit more. That season I was about 190. I'm about 200 right now because I know I need a little bit more bulk for the NFL, and just trying to maintain my speed and my quickness at the same time.
So what do you clock your 40 at, generally?
I think I could get probably like a 4.5 right about now, a low 4.5.
That's pretty quick. A question we ask everybody, there's a lot of NFL prospects out there. Why specifically should a team pick you?
I think I'm more dedicated and I wanted more. I wake up every day and I go hard at practice every day, but I understand that everybody in the country's doing one practice a day. So I try to go at least twice a day and do something more than anybody else is doing. And I just feel like I'm more driven, and I won't be outworked no matter who it is or what part of the country it's from.
There you go. DeAndre Torrey is obviously a versatile talent. You heard him say he played basketball, he played baseball, was a leadoff hitter in baseball, and he played multiple positions in football itself. In fact, at the University of North Texas, you heard him say he split time between running back and slot receiver. That should bode well for him in the NFL. A 4-5 guy who can catch the ball out of the backfield, that's pretty good. The NFL, as you know, is leaning more away from conventional running backs and more towards receiving backs. So, Torrey should fit in perfectly in that role if he gets his shot. To help him get his shot, we'd like you to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and retweet this video to everyone you know to help DeAndre get the exposure he needs to get into the NFL. This has been Draft Room from NFL Fan Blitz. I'm your host, Matt Sparks.